All right, let's move on. Thanks for all the comments. Let's move on. I guess let's head now to let's head to football. Once again, I've given out a totals winner Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Boom, boom, boom. Friday, there is one totals play again that is not a top tier play, but a second tier play for me. Maybe I'll give it out. We got two college football games here. It is the under in UNLV, New Mexico. Now both these teams are very, very run heavy, obviously, and some very significant defensive questions for both of these teams. But my sense is that the defenses are probably going to be a little bit more able to improve here than the offenses will. They know what the offensive game plans are going to be for both of these teams. You know, it's a tricky one. I wish I was getting 58 or 58.5 as opposed to 56, but I did bet the under at 56, and maybe I'll just go for it just because it would be so cool to nail 4 in a row, wouldn't it?
I know that you have that in you.
It makes me nervous. I mean, because New Mexico, of course, when their option, UNLV has major problems stopping the run, and if New Mexico's option offense starts to get going, the game will go over in a hurry. UNLV did face an option offense, though earlier in the year it was Air Force, a better option offense than New Mexico, and they did cover that one. The game went over, but it went to 64. And that was also, I believe, when UNLV had better, not so many injuries offensively. So my lean is to the under on this one. I'll have to decide whether I want to give it as official pick or not. And then the other game is Middle Tennessee, Western Kentucky, which is a total stay away for me, only because both teams are pretty impressive and both teams are sort of on the upswing right now. Obviously, Middle Tennessee got back Stockstill offensively, which is a huge, huge benefit for them, and Western Kentucky is also getting healthier offensively as well. So both teams are getting better offensively. I don't want to take the over here, though. Feels like it's going to be a close game. Middle Tennessee also, it's a little bip hard to gauge how much of an improvement they got from Stockstill because the two games since their bye, since Stockstill came back, were against crappy competition. It was like UTEP and I forgot who it was against, but terrible competition. So this is going to be a much more difficult assignment on the road against Western Kentucky. I would, I guess, have a lean towards Western Kentucky as a home dog, but I definitely am not going to bet that one. Definitely not going to give it as a pick. The total, I guess I would have a lean to the under, but definitely not going to bet that one. Definitely not going to give it as a pick. The only bet I did make was the under in ULV New Mexico, which I'm not loving, but I liked it enough to make it a minimum unit bet for myself. And that's it for college football. Jimmy, do you have anything about either of those two games?
Yeah, they aren't easy. With the UNLV New Mexico game, the Armani Rogers injury really hurt, but then Johnny Stanton's looking better every week. The issue with this game is with the Rebels is their 102nd ranked defense, but can the Lobos' terrible offense take advantage of it?
Right.
Before they scored that meaningless touchdown in the fourth quarter in their 55-14 loss to Texas A&M, they'd gone 46 drives without an offensive TD.
Yeah, I mean UNLV again bad against the run though. They have faced an option offense, so it's a tricky one. Everyone in the chat box saying they like the over on this one. Al Hart says Drew Martin likes the under in the Western Kentucky game. Hako Schofield says no defense, go over. Let's see. David H says liking the over in UNLV New Mexico. Hako Schofield says like over 56. Danilo Cruz says fun show to watch, win or lose. Danilo Cruz, thank you very much. Luchase Fox says no edge at 56, don't do it. Yeah, I mean, that's basically how I feel. I feel like there's a small edge. I feel like the game is more likely to go into the low 50s than the upper 50s, but it could also go super high scoring out of nowhere. So I guess I will. Big Easy Beasy says I need a Loshak in the bag bobbleheads for Christmas. We should make those. We should make some of those shits. SBR marketing and upper management, please take note of that. Let's get some bobbleheads going here, baby. All right, so
the Western Kentucky game is also tough. I mean, Western Kentucky is the worst running game in the nation.
Yeah,
just 69.4 yards a game. I mean, they have heart and they have some okay defense, but Brent Stockstill, as you said, it's a big deal. Throwing one touchdown in each of his last 20 games, but they did not look good beating a terrible Charlotte team.
Right. My other lean would be Western Kentucky getting the points. Western Kentucky, again, getting a little bit healthier offensively, and that's nice. Western Kentucky also has a pretty nice quarterback. That would definitely be a lean, and you can get 3 right now at BetDSI and BetOnline and SportsBetting.ag. Market uncertain here. It's 2, 2.5, or 3. Pinnacle has 2. BetOnline, SportsBetting.ag has 3. I would definitely be leaning Western Kentucky. That might be the – oh, there you go. Austin Geist says under is the play. Stick with it, Pete. All right, yeah. So I'm thinking about, let's see. I'm thinking about Andrew G says, I took UNLV plus 2.5 money line and the total over, tripled up. Yeah, Luchase Fox says, might be a cover, but no edge, save your record. I think you might be right there. My leans on today's card be Western Kentucky plus 3 and the under 56 on UNLV New Mexico, but maybe I'll just pass.
Well, you have exceptional records, and there's a reason why.
Yeah.
And so you trust your gut.
That's right. All right, Jim wanted to give some NFL picks, so why don't you give your NFL picks, and I will sit here and decide what I want to do about these college football picks, if I want to keep them as leans or add them to my official record. Before you give your NFL picks, Jim, let's just quickly mention our overall NFL records, which are quite good. Small sample size, but still quite good. Jim's overall record, NFL and college, just one college pick, 19-14, plus 3.5 units, plus 10% ROI. My NFL record overall 14-10 plus 2.5 units plus 9.5% ROI. All right, Jim, what do you want to give for NFL this week?
I am giving 5 official picks.
All right.
The final one will be my best bet in the Beat the Bag contest. So let's go through it, and I'm curious to see what you guys think. First off, and I have to go fast. We don't have a lot of time. So I have Washington Redskins versus New Orleans Saints over.
Wait, hold on one second. You don't have to go that fast. We have to, okay, wait, hold on. Washington against the Saints over. Best line right now, because we do use absolutely religiously up-to-date lines, over 51 minus 110.
Yep.
Okay.
Cousins threw for 327 yards last week against the tough Vikings defense. Who needs Robert Kelly? The Redskins don't. Jamison Crowder, Vernon Davis are stepping up the right time. Drew Brees is Drew Brees. Ingram and Kamara ran for 237 yards last week. The Saints offense is firing on all cylinders. I like the over here quite a bit.
Okay.
I have a second over. Los Angeles Rams versus Minnesota Vikings.
Okay.
Over.
Okay. That one, best line right now. We use religiously up-to-date, up-to-the-minute lines. Over 42.5 minus 102 at Pinnacle. Appears to be headed down at Pinnacle.
Wow, that's way down.
45.5 minus 102.
45.5. Sorry,
Yeah.
45.5. But that's not way down. Okay, yeah, that's great. So Case Keenum just threw for 304 yards, 4 TDs. Thielen, 8 catches, 166 yards. Latavius Murray's rounding into form. And how good do the Rams look? There's going to be a lot of points at U.S. Bank Stadium. Vikings defense now has holes in it, and I love the over here. I love it.
Okay. What else?
I have the Los Angeles Chargers minus 4.5, if it's still minus 4.5, over the Bills.
Okay, let's see. Chargers, best line, yes. Actually, BetDSI, sportsbetting.ag, bunch of places have minus 4, minus 115.
Beautiful.
Okay.
Beautiful. Chargers are a good team with a bad record. They could still push for a wild card. This is the time of year when the Bills fall apart. I can't believe they're going with Peterman right now. I'm shocked at the decision that the brass has made. The Chargers have had bad luck this year. Bosa is a beast. Maybe Mike Williams has a game finally. I think the Bills are falling apart right at the time of year where they always do, and the Chargers are playing better right at the time of year that they always do as well.
What else would you like?
Game 4 of my picks, Atlanta Falcons plus 3 over the Seattle Seahawks. No Sherman, most likely no Thomas, banged up Chancellor. Atlanta just won convincingly against the Cowboys. They look great on both sides of the ball. The injuries to the Seahawks are too much to overcome, and Atlanta has the talent to expose a banged up secondary. Some teams don't. And they have the talent to expose this banged up secondary. Do I still have plus 3?
Plus 3 minus 118 at Pinnacle.
Love it.
Okay.
And my final game is my best bet. Now, I know this just feels too easy. And nothing is too easy. So that gives me some concern. But I don't see how the Cowboys stand a chance against Eagles. Not in any world, not any way I look at this game. Lee is out. Tyron Smith is out. Zeke is suspended. The 8-1 Eagles are coming off a bye. This is too easy. And I've been making the same amounts for all my bets for the last 5 weeks or so, and I'm gonna bet more on this Eagles game. I like it too much.
Okay, so you like the Eagles minus the points here?
Yes.
It is now up to a 4 or 4.5. The Greek still has 4, so we can give you Eagles minus 4, minus 110.
Sorry, can you repeat that?
It's 4 or 4.5 market wide, but the Greek still has 4, so we can give you minus 4, minus 110.
That's wonderful.
Okay. All right. That's about it. Okay, we got to wrap the show up. I'm gonna pass on both of my college football plays, although my leans would be Western Kentucky plus 3 and the under 56 in the UNLV game. But as far as official picks are concerned, I'll just pass and take the 3-0 week. Of course, tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Eastern time, I will be doing the show with Big Man on Campus, where we'll be reviewing the entire college football card. I've made a lot of bets already on the totals this week, and hopefully the lines won't have moved significantly again against me, so I'll be able to give them at the lines close to what I got them. If they did move against me, or maybe in my favor, we'll see. Then it'll be a different story. But that's at 11 a.m. Eastern time. And Jim's given 5 NFL picks, a couple of NHL picks, and Jim and I both have a bunch of NBA picks. 2 of them we're going head-to-head against each other. We'll see how it all turns out, and we will be back on Monday. Once again, new time, 12 o'clock Eastern time, 9 o'clock Pacific.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to our channel. Now, we've put a lot of work into producing all these free videos, so please help us out and keep all our content free for you forever by simply liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Now, not to mention, a visit to our industry-leading website will warm the hearts of all our SBR employees, especially myself. Now, the links are over there to the left, so do check those out. Thanks for watching.